Debate over the competitive direction of Formula One has intensified as teams and motoristas continue adapting to the incoming regulatory framework. Pre-season testing has not only provided technical data but also prompted contrasting interpretations about how the new cars will influence driving style and racecraft. Energy management has emerged as one of the most discussed elements under the revised rules, with greater emphasis placed on electrical deployment and recovery. Some leading figures have questioned whether the balance between outright performance and strategic conservation has shifted too far. Max Verstappen voiced his concerns during testing in Bahrain, stating that, in his view, the current approach does not align with what Formula One traditionally represents. The four-time world champion argued that the increased focus on energy management alters the fundamental nature of driving at the limit. Fernando Alonso expressed a similar position, explaining that in certain corners, motoristas are now required to deliberately reduce speed to preserve energy. He added, ironically, that at such reduced pace, even a chef could drive the car. McLaren team principal Andrea STELLA offered a different assessment. Speaking about the situation in Bahrain, STELLA said he believes the championship remains the most demanding form of motorsport. What we have seen here in Bahrain definitely confirms that this is still the greatest challenge, he stated. He argued that the new regulations have not simplified the task for motoristas, but instead increased its complexity. STELLA pointed out that the cars now slide more frequently and require greater precision to extract maximum performance. According to him, this places additional responsibility on the motorista compared to previous seasons. However, he acknowledged that Bahrain may not be fully representative of how energy management will influence racing across the calendar. Referring to earlier running in Barcelona, STELLA noted that the demands were different. At the Circuit de Catalunya, he explained, the driving approach required alternative techniques compared to Sakir, where energy recovery occurs more naturally due to heavy braking zones. These two tracks do not necessarily reflect the complete picture, he said, emphasizing the need for broader evaluation. He suggested that on certain circuits, traditional principles such as braking as late as possible and accelerating aggressively out of corners will remain decisive for lap time. On others, however, energy considerations could alter optimal strategy. We need to observe the situation a little more, STELLA concluded, maintaining that Formula One continues to represent the highest level of technical and driving challenge, potentially even more demanding than in recent years. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.